How's it going, everyone? It's Louis Crypto here, and I'm back with another Bitcoin update for you guys. It's going to be a bit more of an exciting one today. We're going to go back to the 1st of June over here, and if I just hover over this candle, I'm going to read up here the open H and L, high and low. I'm looking at the open and the C being the close over here. So I just want to see where we opened 16.5k, where we closed 16.6k, the low pretty much 16.5k. So that is where we started off this year's price for Bitcoin, and we can see that pretty much this was after coming down and actually failing to lose this low. In fact, we rejected the moving averages, forming a lower high, but failed to put in that lower low. So we got a higher low, and this is what sent us up. I just want to check for some divergences in this area. I haven't actually looked for it myself, so no, we don't have that because we've got higher lows here, and I think we do have higher lows over here as well, if I'm not mistaken. So we didn't have any bullish divergence. However, we did just get this massive rally over here, and then the next time that we found a key level of support was down here at about anywhere between 19.5 to the close being at 20k. So if we now zoom out and go to the previous bear market, bull market over here, we can see that we bottomed out in and around 3.1k. We had a high low here at 33k. So we can also see that we came, not 3.3k, and then we also came back down again at about 3.8k over here. So could similar things be going on right now, as we did come up at the beginning of the year and then come down to 19 to 20k? Could that be where we are revisiting for a double bottom? Main reason being, we know that Bitcoin likes to double bottom. We've also got patterns that are not in play yet, but potential patterns with targets to in and around that area anyway. So as we know that Bitcoin likes to double bottom at the end of a bear market, that would lead me to believe that of a retest of in and around this area, because this is the low of technically the first higher low, or the first low of 2023 back here in the month of March over here. So that would be your reasoning. We would also be filling in a CME gap that is down there, as well as playing out this M pattern as well. Let me just double check if we do have some divergences on the higher time frames, for example the weekly time frame. So over here we do see higher highs, but over here we're seeing lower highs. So this would be another reasoning for us to come down lower. But again, what will act as a brick wall is this previous inverse head and shoulders neckline acting as resistance, but also over here as support. So while we are holding above this, we still do have chances to come back higher. Maybe this M pattern could actually, if we do come up to there, flip into a head and shoulders pattern, and your targets, regardless of whether it becomes a head and shoulders pattern or we just dump from this point over here and it just being an M pattern, the target would still be the same. And I've already mentioned this in the past, being 21k. But as we saw on the daily time frame, our lowest close down here was of about $20,200. That could be the reason why we come down a little bit below 21k. We can also see to the left in the previous year, in 2022, summer of 2022, we did have some support at 17.5 to about 19k over here. So even if this were to be lost, you do still have a layer of defense in the way. You can see it was once support, also resistance over here on these two points over here. So if we do ever lose that, and again, not all of this has to happen, we are waiting for this to be lost. So to invalidate this all, we need to climb back above 29, 30k and do something like that. Otherwise, even a pump into that is not enough. You could still come down. We could just come down from here and meet these targets over here. So looking at the, again, previous bull market cycle, a bear market over here, the end of it, we did come up, and I think it was the COVID crash, was that just before the halving? I think the halving was somewhere in May 2020, I think the 11th of May, and we're getting it in April. If please correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're getting it April next year. So we can see that price did dump off. I know that this was COVID, but price did dump off before the halving, and as the halving happened, we eventually skyrocketed. So we know that we need a dump first, and if we're looking at this double bottom over here, it could be that. So yeah, just to test that, the lowest point of this year, or the lowest low of this year, because again, yeah, we were at a lower price, but we were just going up from the beginning of the year, and this was our lowest point of support over here. So that's why I think that we could be coming back down for a retest of that area, and then go back up after the halving essentially. So yeah, just wanted to make this video for you guys today, just to just to basically show you a further reason why we could come down there, on top of the CME gap and this M pattern or potential head and shoulders that could be forming if we were to pump up to 29k. But again, you don't have to pump up to there. It's just preparing for you guys if it does, and to make you understand that a pump into that location would still not be enough to flip this bullish again. So that's pretty much it from me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and yeah, keep that in the back of your minds. Let's just see now if Bitcoin wants to go ahead and just see, is this really truly a support? Are the bulls really there? Can we now pump from this location if we do get down there? This is what I want to see going forward from Bitcoin. And again, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.